All right. Hello and welcome, everybody. My name's Benjamin Notini. I'm incredibly excited that you all joined this call tonight to hear about XTrends and the future, the platform that is going to be the future of coin launching in the small market cap space. Now, before I jump into XTrends and what it is and how it works and why it's going to revolutionize the industry, I want to share with you a little bit about the team that has developed this project. And I want to show you a project that they've launched in the last year that had a tremendous amount of success. So I'm going to share my screen for just a moment here. And I'm going to pull this up here. This platform right here is called Political Pump. This platform was built by my two partners earlier this year. It was launched in March of this year. Now, on this platform, it is a platform where people can come and buy and sell meme coin tokens, small market cap tokens. Now, what's really cool, one thing they did about all the coins that launch on this platform, there's only a max supply of 5,000 tokens, which makes it more of a microcurrency, so to speak. So this is a really cool concept. Now, here's the thing, guys. They only did 22 launches on this platform. And unlike other platforms where other people can come and launch, only the platform could launch tokens. Now, check this out. And all this has on-chain data to verify. Their all-time swap volume was $140 million, and they did this in about 3.5 months. Now, on the platform, Political Pump, just like Pump.Fun and others, there's a 1% swap fee. So the platform profited just from the swap fees $1.4 million in 90 days. So this is an incredible accomplishment in my eyes, in business. But what's more important to understand is that there's an evolution of this platform I'm about to share with you. And this was great, but it was also very limiting. It's like a niche within a niche within a niche within another niche. Okay. Only they can launch projects. It's one launch every single week. It's only about political leaders. At the end of the day, it's a very limiting platform. And so the founders of this went back to the drawing board and said, what can we do to evolve this and make it better? What can we do to make this much bigger than what we already have? And this is where we're going to talk about what they developed with XTrends. Okay. Now, before I just jump into the slide deck, I'll actually show you the demo website for XTrends because the platform is already built. That's what's something that's really exciting about this is because one of the co-founders is actually the head developer as well. We have an incredible speed time on our tech and our tech being built and getting done. So if I go back here and I go to you gotta love Zoom because it just makes it so hard for you to click around those buttons. But this is XTrends right here, guys. And XTrends, the concept here is very simple. Well, give me just 1 second, actually. Before I do that, I want to show you guys Pump.Fun. This is Pump.Fun. Maybe you're not familiar with Pump.Fun, but Pump.Fun is the most popular platform in all of small market cap coins today where people come and create tokens. It's an incredibly simple process. There's a button up here in the top right that says create a coin. You click that button, and all you have to do is enter in a coin name, create a ticker, write a description, add a profile, and then you can click a button and basically launch your token. It is incredibly simple and easy. And it allows people to be lazy. People love to be lazy, right? So that's why they use Pump Fun. It bypasses so many processes, and all they have to do is click a couple buttons and launch. But there's actually a tremendous a lot of issues. There's a lot of corruption as well. And what we've done with XTrends is solve some of these bigger problems. And what we're doing is we're creating this platform with the community and the creators as the priority, as opposed to the profits of the platform. So this is the platform. It's incredibly simple. It's incredibly easy to utilize. People can come on here and they can actually launch tokens. Now, when I say they can launch tokens, there's a unique factor to this, okay? So the step one of people coming on to XTrends. Now, let me go into the actual slide deck. The first few slides, they just talk about political pump, what we just talked about, what political pump was able to do. I like to just show the website, right? But when we talk about XTrends, there's an incredible process here, okay? Step number one, anybody can launch a token on the website. Okay, anybody can come onto the website and launch a token. Step one is they need to register a hashtag. What is a hashtag? Like hashtag gym, hashtag fitness, hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag Pepe, hashtag Dubai. They register a hashtag. Now, when they buy that hashtag, they pay a fee of 1 Solana. What's really cool is the next step is a token is generated around that hashtag. So it actually launches the token for you. Now, what's different about this than any other platform is only one person can own each hashtag. So what we say that the problem we solved is PvP, player versus player, because now there can only be one real token on the platform. And there's actually 3 unique identifiers that make this token launch a one of one. And I'm going to explain a little bit more why this being a one of one is so valuable. The first thing is the actual name, hashtag Bitcoin. Okay. There's only one hashtag Bitcoin, one hashtag Pepe, one hashtag crypto. There's only one of one. Now, at the end of every contract address, there is a unique identifier. So I want to make this make sense for everybody, even the new people. So let me go ahead and share my screen one more time on the websites here. If I go to this Dex here, right? And let me say, let me think. Let's just type in Halloween, okay? This is a Dex. If I go here, okay, this was obvious. See at the end of this contract address how it says pump? And this one as well, pump. This lets me know that these tokens were launched on Pump Fund. Now, so just like this has pump, our contract addresses will have X Fund. So it'll be X Fund on the contract address. So the name is unique, the contract address is unique, and the ticker is unique as well. Every single ticker can have 8 characters. So our tickers will be X and then 6 zeros and then 1. And then it will, every time that a hashtag is registered, it goes in numerical order. So understand, the ticker is unique, the name is unique, the contract address is unique. The token becomes a true one of one. You can't create copycats, you can't recreate replicas. And this might mean nothing to the average person, but what I want you to know is somebody who's launched a lot of projects and works with people who do, this is solving one of the biggest problems in the industry today, which is player versus player. And I'll go into that a little bit more in depth here in just a minute. So let me go ahead and pull this back up. So people register the hashtag. They can either instantly launch their token or they can basically set to launch their token sometime in the next 15 days. Okay. So instantly launch or set their token launch within the next 2 weeks. So this is really cool. Now it's a Solana to register the hashtag, but it's also a minimum of 1 Solana for the initial liquidity. So give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to have to boot somebody because they're having a fun time messing with my chart. And that's just rude. I see this guy, I know this guy. He's been a big hater of mine for a while. So I'm going to remove him and boom. There we go. What a jerk. I hope he had fun. So back to business. So there's 1 Solana to register the hashtag and then a minimum of 1 Solana for initial liquidity. Now they can put more for the initial liquidity if they want, but it's a minimum of 2 Solana to launch a project. Some people have said to me, oh, well, that seems like a high fee because other platforms you can do it for free. Well, that is partially true. On other platforms, you still have to buy your token supply. On our platform, we give 5% of the token supply to the creator right out of the gate. They don't need to go buy it. So it's actually more cost effective to launch on XTrends than it is to launch on other platforms. So this is actually really cool. Now, this is the slide I like to sit and talk about a little bit more, is basically what we do versus what's out there in the market. Now, what I want you guys to understand is that there are 30,000 tokens launching every single day. This is a very big market. Pump Fund is 1.6 billion market cap. Bonk is 1.2 billion market cap. Virtuals is 9 million market cap. These are massive companies, platforms, and businesses. And what we have created with XTrends and what will be launching the first week of December with our platform is the true evolution and also, I would say, enhancement and improvement to the space. So number one, on all these other platforms, you need to come up with your own concept. You need to come up with your own idea. You need to make it all jazzy and you need to stand out. On our platform, you just click a couple of buttons, you convert a trend into a coin. And why is that so relevant? Check it out. Every single day, things are trending, things are going viral. And when things go viral and massive moments happen in society, people create tokens around that, trying to profit off the attention and the virality of that moment. So when something major transpires, like Elon Musk says something crazy or CZ from Binance tweets something, there are dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of tokens created with the same name, same ticker, same concept. Here, you don't need to come up with your own concept. You can just capture this viral moment. If you're the one who gets that trend, it's yours. You own it. You don't have to fight other people for it, right? Now, number two, ending PvP. No copycats. This is where it comes down to that one of one is so valuable. I want to give you guys 2 examples of why this is such a relevant thing in the space. I had a mentor that said the people who solve the biggest problems make the most money. And that's what we're doing, is we're solving problems for the creators. And I'm going to explain a little bit more why solving the problems for the creators is such a big deal for our platform. Now, when I'll give you a personal example. I launched a meme coin last year. It went to over a $90 million market cap in a couple of days. Within a few hours, there was another dozen tokens that were launched with the same name, same ticker, same images, and also they manipulate the tokenomics so that they can actually make it the same market cap without getting the same buy volume. So when somebody's coming onto the platforms and they're looking to buy, like 3 of these projects pop up and they're all the same. And they don't know how to differentiate one from the other. And so I probably saw on this one project about $150,000 invested into scam projects. Now, that's one example of why PvP is bad. That's like the scamming side. Let me give you the other side, because I've seen this happen as well. I had a personal experience with a friend who he launched a project. He had put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort into it. It was a great project. He had spent like a month building it. And when he launched, he took it to about 2 million market cap. It was just sitting there. Okay. It wasn't really moving. It wasn't going down. People, the community who was in liked it. Well, a group of guys who have a lot more influence in the space, they saw this project and they didn't decide to buy the project. They decided to basically rip it off completely. They ripped off the idea. They ripped off the name. They relaunched the project like 24 hours later. They took all this work that my friend had done and relaunched it. And because they had more influence, they were able to promote it to the millions and millions of people in the space as their project. So much so that the people who had bought the original project started selling it to go and buy this new one. And this happens all the time in the space. And what you'll see is there's actually like 3 tokens with the same narrative that are all fighting for market share. Here, that's done. That's halas, okay? One thing about Pump Fund and these projects is they prioritize profits over the community. we're making it easier for creators to realize profits and be profitable. Again, our whole focus is really around these creators because I have a couple hundred friends who launch projects. This is my space. I've been in this space for 6 years. So I know a lot of people, first and last name, who do this. And they launch projects every week, sometimes, and when the market's going crazy, every day. And we want to cater to these people. Why? Because the people who are creating the tokens are the ones who drive the traffic, the ones who really dictate where the market goes. They spend their marketing dollars to promote their coin, and um, the side effect of that, right, or the thing that happens that you can't avoid is that they're also marketing the platform. So this is why Pump Fund became so big, is because they made it easier for the creators to create. But Pump Fund, they have a few things in place that people don't really understand, where they are really, we like to call it grifting. They are, and what I mean by that is they're taking money right out of the community's pocket without the community even knowing what's happening. So if you look at number 5, we say we have no pre-bonding. On Pump Fund, when you launch a token, what happens, and I know that for some people this isn't the most exciting thing, but some people understand me. I really like to, sometimes it's all about like hyping people up and selling a vision and a dream. It's like, no, I want to explain to you why this technology is amazing. I want to explain to you why this is going to absolutely revolutionize the space that I know very, very well. So there's no pre-bonding on our platform. We create your liquidity pool right away. On Pump Fund, what they do is they launch your token, but the only place you can buy and sell the token is on Pump Fund. You can't do it anywhere else. Okay, not any of the dexes like Dex Screener, Dex Tools, any of that. What happens is when you get to 100K market cap, they then take some of the liquidity and they make you liquidity pools on Radium, on Jupiter, which are the dexes, the swaps on Solana, and now you can trade everywhere else. But in the process, and most people don't know this, when you graduate, they take 9 Solana right out of your liquidity pool and they put it right into their pocket. And we're talking about 100K market cap token. This is very low liquidity. You're talking about a project that's just getting started. You're basically taking 20% of the liquidity pool out and putting it in your back pocket. And then you let the community and the creators do whatever they're going to do. It's very disingenuous. Now, obviously, Pump Fund is very, very profitable. Their token is number 50 on CoinMarketCap today. But here's the last thing, right? The 2-minute pump and dump projects. See, whenever a project graduates, it typically lasts like 2 or 3 minutes longer. Why? A lot of reasons, but I think one of the main reasons is because the platform is taking 20% of your liquidity pool out, and the people who know that the token has a very small chance of living, and they want to book their profits and move on to the next thing. So with our platform, it has a much better shelf life because we don't do that to you, okay? And more importantly, when you own this hashtag, it's a true one of one. Some things trend every single year. Hashtag Halloween, hashtag New Year's, hashtag World Series, hashtag FIFA World Cup. Well, that one's every 4 years, right? But these things trend every year, and it's an opportunity for creators to give more life to their projects. And I'm going to explain this in a minute, guys. We have found a way to help creators be very profitable without ever selling a token and without ever messing with their liquidity. Okay, this is big. Now, this is a 5 billion, a 5 billion per month attention market. There is a massive market opportunity here. It talks about Pump Fund 1.6 billion, Bonk 1.1 billion, Virtuals 900 million. And XTrends, we are starting our evaluation at a 20 million market cap evaluation. And what I've been told by some VCs this week is it's actually very low. So here's what's really exciting, guys, for the creators is our fair launch process. See, when people typically launch projects, they want to make sure that they buy up all the supply in the beginning. They do what they call bundling. They want to make sure all the guys who are getting in early are the ones who can help them push it and promote it. Here we have what's called a dynamic fee system. So in the first minute of the launch, there's a 50% swap fee. And that 50% swap fee goes directly to the creator. Now, why would somebody be willing to take a 50% hit on their purchase? Because if they get in at a 10K market cap and the project goes to 1 million market cap, well, traditionally that's a 100x, but it's actually still a 50x on your initial purchase. So even though you took the 50% hit, you can still 50x your initial purchase and 100x your 50% of your purchase, right? And so people will speculate because if somebody who is really relevant, who is well known, is launching and they're saying, hey, I'm putting this into the project, people will be willing to take those fee hits to buy in early because they get 10, 20, 30, 40x returns. So this is a big thing, guys, because large influencers, large KOLs, they can register a hashtag, they can set it to launch in 2 or 3 days, and they can promote to the world like crazy. Like crazy. And when people come in and buy in the first 10 minutes, let's say they do 500,000 in trade volume in 10 minutes. They're going to make about 20% of that. You know, if you average it all out, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but they're going to make like $100,000 in 10 minutes without selling a token, without taking money out of the liquidity pool, and without making the chart ugly. It's actually helping creators make more money and protect their brand and reputation at the same time by not screwing over the community and basically tossing the project into the garbage. So right now, guys, there's this amazing opportunity. We're doing a $5 million raise for the platform. Now the platform's already built. We're not raising money to build the tech. The platform's gonna launch December 1st, whether we fill the raise or not. Now I'll tell you, today we had an amazing commitment from a massive venture capitalist firm. I'm not allowed to say that name, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be telling everybody, because if they knew, they would know what we're about to do is massive. But we had somebody come in for a massive amount of money in this raise. So we don't even have the full 5 million available anymore. But everybody who gets in this raise, they're not just getting tokens, they are also getting revenue share of the platform. And I'll break that down a little bit more here, okay? So there's 20, now I told you guys on our platform, we do microcurrencies. So every token that launches only has 1,000 max supply, but the governor token of the platform, which is the platform where the token we're putting into the raise, has 100,000 max supply. So 25,000 tokens are up for grabs, and 25% of revenue share is up for grabs as well. Now, why does revenue share matter? It matters a lot because every single time a hashtag is registered, the platform profits 0.5 Solana. When we do 1 million launches, I think it'll take about 8 months to do 1 million launches. That means the platform has profited 500,000 Solana. If Solana is worth $200, give or take, that's $100 million in platform profits just off 1 million launches. And you're not even talking about the ongoing swap fees as well. So there is massive opportunity here for anybody who gets involved inside of this raise. Not just from, hey, you get this token, maybe you're going to get to sell it for a profit one day, but every single time that a token launches on the platform, you are taking a piece of that profit share as well. And you genuinely are getting paid for the lifetime of the platform, whether you're buying or selling tokens or not, whether you're coming on and trading tokens, you're getting paid, which is beautiful. So let me pull this last piece up here. I'll X this out. So it's very simple, guys. People who are interested in the raise, it's really easy to get involved. They can come to this site. I can send you the referral link, or if you know somebody else who's already involved, they can send you the referral link. You click join presale, you connect a wallet, and you come here and you can select 400, 24, 5,000, 10,000, 25, 50. 100,000, 200,000. Let's say you do 10,000. For $10,000, you're going to get 50 trend token. Now, each token at a $20 million market cap is worth $200 a token. So there's your 10,000. And in my opinion, because we're focusing on the tech and the product, we will, when we do our TGE, our initial coin, our token generation event, that will be massive. And when we launch, we should be already at a 10x, right? So the token is great, but also for this 10,000, you're getting 0.05% profit share of the platform and the revenue. When we do a million launches, and Solana is valued at $200, that's $50,000 just in what you've earned from the revenue of the platform. So here you can always come see your vesting for the tokens, which is a 12-month vesting with 8.33% released every month. And then you can also see the revenue of the platform. You can see how many hashtags have been registered, the amount of Solana collected, the percentage of that you have, and the Solana you've earned. But what's also really cool is you never have to come claim the Solana. It automatically goes directly into your Phantom wallet or whichever Solana wallet you've used. Now, again, this is a very limited opportunity. This isn't going to last long. And inside of this, right now, over this month, if you invite somebody in to the raise, you actually get a 10% referral. And again, that's a smart contract paid out. You don't have to go claim your money or withdraw your funds. Anything that makes you do that is a red flag. If you ever have to go claim your money, it's not truly decentralized. It can be through a smart contract, it can be built to go directly into your wallet. And that's how this works here. So I really appreciate all of you taking time to come on and learn a little bit more about what we have going on. Because of what's transpiring, it is very exciting times. We will be launching the platform in the first week of December. And for me, I couldn't be more excited. I have some personal plans to launch some really great projects on this platform as well, and actually relaunch some projects that I've been working on in the past. And I see this being a major solution in the cryptocurrency world and space. So I'm going to go ahead and end this recording so I can keep that brief for those who might want to come back and watch this at some point in time. Thanks again, and bye for now.